Welcome back, everyone. This is Sports Hardcore. You are hardcore fans, and this is our Friday football fantasy.
Hello, everybody. Very happy to be here. For start, I've introduced you. This is our new football fantasy show. So we also have our guest host Sane, who you might remember he was on our live stream. Sane is back with we're going to be doing this Fantasy Friday. So Sane, introduce yourself to those who don't know you, and please can you explain to everyone the Fantasy Friday?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Sane here, if you don't know me. And this is how the Fantasy Fridays will essentially work. So if you get for example, if the match is a draw, win or loss, so if you get that right, you get 1 point. But if you get the exact score right, you get 3 points. And we will be doing a leaderboard. And at the end of the year, we'll see who will accumulate the most points.
And yes, they'll crown the winner. And yes, so essentially we're making predictions, like fantasy football. A proper fantasy football, you'd be making an 11 and getting points for how well they perform. Here we're doing actual predictions. So yeah, we hope you really like this new thing we're doing. And come May, we will hopefully be seeing some results. Who's going to be the winner of the Sports Hardcore Fantasy? So let's get into this. So the first match, over to you, Sandy.
Yeah. So first match will be Chelsea versus Newcastle tomorrow at 12:30. My prediction is 3-1 to Chelsea.
Yes.
Okay, and thank you for that prediction, Sane. I say my prediction is Chelsea winning 4-2.
I predict, same as Sandy, 3-1 win for Chelsea.
Next game, a huge game on Saturday. Spurs, my team, versus Man City, Southwark team. And I predict that Spurs will win 2-1.
I predict that Man City will win 2-0.
I predict that the teams will draw 2-2.
Okay, so all three different. The first one when they are different, so we will be having different points there.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Next game, Man U versus West Brom. Surely Man U should win this game pretty easily. And I predicted 4-1 to Man United.
I predict that Pereira's going to come off plus for West Brom, and West Brom are going to scrape a win and 1-0 win.
I predict a 3-0 victory to Manchester United.
Next game, another huge game with injury-hit Liverpool facing red-hot Leicester. And I predict, it's a controversial one, but I predict that Leicester will win 3-1.
And same with you, Sane. Even I predict that Leicester will win 3-1.
I predict that Leicester will win 3-2.
Okay, so let's move on to the next match, please.
Moving on to Wolves versus Southampton. Two very underrated teams this Premier League season. And I predict that Wolves and Southampton will draw 2-2.
I think this will be a goal fest. Wolves winning 5-4.
Okay, I think that Wolves will win in a 4-2 affair.
Now we'll move on to Champions League matches here. First match, Rennes from France versus Chelsea. And I predict that Chelsea will have an easy win of 3-0.
Okay, so Chelsea taking Edouard Mendy from Rennes, so Rennes' chance is very slim, and I predict that Chelsea will win 2-0.
I predict that Chelsea will win 3-1.
Man U versus Istanbul Başakşehir. Istanbul absolutely shocked everyone, beating Man U last time round. And I think the same would happen again. Istanbul winning 2-1.
I think now that Man U are in a bit of a good form, with against PSG, a good game they had, and I think they will win 1-0, Man U.
I have a feeling that Man U will be able to win this game. It's just scraping past Başakşehir. They will be winning 3-2.
Okay.
Huge Champions League here. PSG versus Leipzig. Both teams losing to Man United. But I predict that PSG will win in a goal fest 3-2.
I think that Leipzig will pull out a draw from the bag 2-0.
I think that PSG have been getting some good form lately. Leipzig are a decent team, but they lost 5-0 to Man United. So I think that it will be a 3-2 win to Paris Saint-Germain.
So the next match, Olympiacos versus Man City. Man City winning last time, and I think that Man City will win 4-0.
Olympiacos are a good team, and I believe that they will win. I believe that Man City will win 2-1.
The Olympiacos are a good team. They were 2-0 up against Spurs last season, but Spurs came back to win 4-2. So I believe we'll have a similar affair here. Manchester City going on to win 3-1.
Okay, then Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Shakhtar Donetsk. I think this will be a close game and 2-0.
So Borussia Mönchengladbach are a very good team, and so are Shakhtar. And I believe that Shakhtar will pull out a draw 1-0.
I believe that Mönchengladbach are a good team. So are Shakhtar. They beat Real Madrid with their B team, surprisingly. It was a brilliant result for them. However, I think that Mönchengladbach are much better with, of course, Marcus Thuram. And I think that Mönchengladbach will pull out a 4-1 victory.
Okay, then Liverpool versus Atlanta. With all the Liverpool injuries, I don't think they will have a good result, and I think Atlanta will thrash them 4-1.
A similar result to you, and I believe that Atalanta will embarrass Liverpool, winning 3-1.
I can understand why you can say that Atlanta are a brilliant attacking team with all that flair and entertainment. But Liverpool have had defensive issues with their injuries. However, number one, Van Dijk is returning for training, so we could see him in action soon. And number two, please do not forget that Liverpool did beat them 5-0 in the other leg and in the other game, and I believe that was in Bergamo, where Atlanta are from. So I think that it will be a very, very close game. Liverpool running out 4-3 victors.
Okay, then Inter Milan versus Real Madrid. Inter sitting rock bottom in their group, and if they want to do something, they have to win this match. But I think that it will be a draw 2-0.
Here we have a clash of two European heavyweights, and I also believe that will be a 2-2 draw.
I believe that these two are, of course, two European heavyweights fighting out like in a boxing ring, and it will be a very, very tight game. And I believe that Real Madrid will run out 3-2 victors.
Okay, then Bayern Munich lost his champions versus RB Salzburg. I think Bayern Munich will be winning 3-0.
Last time round, I believe RB Salzburg had an exceptional game, leading the game 2-1 until the 80th minute, where Bayern Munich had 4 late goals. And I believe that will be the same again. Bayern Munich winning 5-2.
I think that Bayern are a brilliant team. They're the best team in Europe, probably at the moment, since they're the champions. However, don't rule out RB Salzburg. They created Erling Haaland, Takumi Minamino, Hwang Hee-chan. The list goes on and on and on. They also created Diego Vulcano, before he went to Leipzig. And they have Dominic Szoboszlai, I think that's how you pronounce it, who is one of the most creative players on the planet, and he's a brilliant wonder kid. So I think that Salzburg will manage to snatch a 4-3 victory. And just to remind you that Salzburg did only just lose to Liverpool last season with a brilliant fight and beat Genk 6-2. So they're a brilliant side.
And now we move on to Thursday Night Football, as many people call it, to the Europa League. A huge game of Lille versus Marseille. Lille versus AC Milan. And I believe that AC Milan will win 3-2.
I believe that Zlatan will score 2 goals, or God, you could say, and AC Milan will come up on top 4-1.
I believe that Lille are a brilliant team, creating players such as Hazard, Eden Hazard, and Victor Osimhen. They've got lots of talent. Don't forget Gabriel Magalhaes came from there. So I think that Lille will draw. Lille will unfortunately lose 3-2 to Milan. Zlatan scoring a hat trick. Oh God, as you might say.
And now Mulder versus Arsenal. Arsenal have been in very stinky form recently, with Aubameyang not as great after signing the Ting, as he says it. But I still believe that Arsenal will scrape out a draw 1-0.
I think that Arsenal will lose 2-1 to Mulder.
Mulder and the team where Erling Haaland and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came from. Of course, I've been saying that loads of players have been coming from these smaller teams, and I think that's really important that we have this development and they should be given credit. I think Mulder will run out 2-1 victors after, of course, Arsenal's pretty bad form.
And now my team, Tottenham Hotspur versus Ludogorets Razak from Bulgaria. Last time, Spurs absolutely dominated Ludogorets, running out of 3-1 victors. And I believe that Tottenham will go one step further. Gareth Bale scoring 2 goals and Harry Kane getting 3 assists. Spurs winning 4-1.
Even I believe that Spurs will win 3-1. Spurs in great form. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Hugo Lloris, and not to mention their new signing, Højbjerg.
And I think that it's not like, do you say the scoreline?
Pardon?
Did you say the scoreline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, Spurs winning 3-1.
So I think that Spurs are a brilliant team. I think we made a podcast in the past saying that Spain and Kane and Son are a brilliant duo, and with Gareth Bale now very potent in attack. So I believe that Spurs will run out 5-0 victors.
And moving on to the last match, Rangers versus Benfica. Rangers are rocking the Scottish Premier League here. 9 points clear of 9 consecutive time winners, Celtic. I believe that they will draw 2-2 to Benfica.
Benfica, a great team, but I do think that Rangers will get a 2-1 win.
Benfica are an absolutely brilliant team with brilliant talent. And I think that they will unfortunately not win against Rangers. Rangers coming out 3-1 victors.
So that's it, guys, for our Fantasy Friday. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching, everyone, and peace out.